Hello everybody, I just wanted to take some time today to share an experiment that I'm going to do with tea and stencils and CD envelopes. I have a pan here to put my layers on as I tea dye my envelopes. I've already got the tea ready, so that's what I am going over here. And I have some stencils picked out. I just picked out some stencils that I had available. You can use whatever you have on hand. It doesn't matter. This is an experiment. I'm just wanting to see what will happen if I use stencils rather than other things to get marks on my papers as I tea dye them. Obviously, this is not going to be dried in the oven as the stencils are plastic. So first I am going to well, I'm using those index cards also. I'm going to be doing those and these envelopes. So the first thing we're going to do is just immerse everything into the tea, like so. And just put them in one at a time. I hope everybody has been enjoying my past videos. I am learning as I go to edit these videos to make them hopefully not so long and take out things that are irrelevant. But I'm thankful for those of you who have stuck with me, and I'm thankful for all the new people too. I hope you get some enjoyment out of this channel and that you learn something new. Like I said, today is just an experiment to see what happens by tea dyeing these CD envelopes and layering them with stencils. So I'm just going through them and kind of unsticking them so that they get tea between each one. It's a very relaxing process. It can be a little time consuming. In case you want to know, I used about half a pan of water that I boiled, and then I added 3 black tea bags to that water and let it sit and soak a little bit to get that darker tea look. I got these CD envelopes when I was out thrifting, and I think I paid $3 for all of them, which I got I got about 100 of them, I believe, for $3. So they weren't real expensive. Okay, so now I'm just going to start the layering process. I'm turning those over so that the ones on top can soak a little longer, and the ones that are on bottom I'm going to start with first. And I decided I'm going to put those stencils on first so that when you lay them down, there's a stencil print underneath them. And then I just layer them, kind of like you layer lasagna and meat. You do a layer of stencils, a layer of CD packets, and just continue that process. I'm going to speed it up a little so that it's not so long. How's everybody's summer going? I know that there are people that are in other parts of the world that it's winter for them right now. I can't even imagine that because it's 108 degrees here in Phoenix, and it's been so hot. So it's a perfect day though to dry these envelopes outside in the sun, which I will do when I'm done layering them all. When I did this process, I wasn't sure how long it would take to dry everything. And I had to like let the top layer dry and then go and check on them and take the top layer off and bring them in and then go back out and in and in and out. So it did take a long time to dry all these, just letting the sun dry them because they didn't have a lot of air between the layers. I guess one way around that would be maybe do this outside on a long table and do single layers of all your stencils and all your papers. And I believe this process would really work well with regular copy paper, because as you'll see later when I show you the results, where the plastic is on these, on the fronts of the envelopes, there wasn't a lot of results. So here are the results of everything after they're dry. I have 4 piles. The first pile that I'm showing you now is the ones that I felt turned out the best. They got the best prints on them. Most of them got a print on one side and not the other. I don't know why, because I had stencils on both sides on all of the envelopes. So one thing that did happen though was those colored envelopes. I had layered them on top of those index cards, and the index cards ended up having a lot of color in them, and I believe it's because the colored envelopes bled down. That's why I'm just showing you now that they bled onto the index cards. So I got a lot of color on these index cards, which was kind of cool. So I'm just going over the prints now and showing you the results. These index cards actually got really good prints on them. But I thought it was cool that those colored cards made colors on the other index cards, the colored envelopes. So that was something I discovered. I could always intermix colored paper and regular white paper if I want more color in my prints that I'm doing. But I liked the results. I like that I have those stencil marks on my index cards. Now I'm going to go through the pile that I felt was the best as far as the CD envelopes. And as I said earlier, most of them had a really good print on one side and hardly anything on the other side. This one I really loved the green grunge, and I think that green soaked through from those colored CD envelopes. Again, the green on there, I love that. That one was a good one. That one as well. So overall, I am happy with these results, and it was a fun experiment to do. I would like to see what you guys come up with when you do your papers or your CD envelopes. You could also do regular envelopes. One idea I had was that, after doing this, you can also add more stenciling to the final product if you wanted to, maybe in other colors, or you could also emboss some of your envelopes or your papers. And if you don't like them at all, you could use the grungy papers, like just cut them up into pieces and use them as backgrounds for stamping and different things like that. There's lots of options, so don't throw away something just because it didn't turn out exactly the way you were hoping. Always, think of other creative ways that you can still use that paper that you just dyed or experimented on, because there's lots and lots of things, especially with junk journaling, that you can do to salvage whatever it is that you think was not a success, but I like these. I think they were a good success, and I hope you guys have fun trying out your stencils on your papers, and I would love to see your results. These are the ones that didn't get much print on them. Some of them did. Got a little bit, but they're very light. They're hard to see. You can see them better in better light. But they got a lot of grunge on them still, so I still like them. So that is it. That's our results for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing what you all do with your papers or your CD envelopes. I would love for you to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Bye-bye. Have a good day.